Hi guys, I'm back at last. It's been 3 weeks, nearly, 3 going on 4 weeks now, that I haven't made an update for, and I'm really sorry. In my last update when I was 20 weeks, which seems like forever ago, I said that I was starting to feel poorly, and I just got worse and worse and worse. I completely lost my voice and I haven't had a voice for 3 weeks. It's suddenly come back today. I'm still feeling a bit kind of croaky and sore. I don't know if you can tell. I do have a hot cup of tea, so I'm going to keep sipping on that through the video, just in hope that my voice will stay so I can finish this update. It does keep cutting. It's been cutting in and out today, so we'll see. But yes, last time I did an update I was 20 weeks pregnant, and I'm now 23 weeks and almost 2 days. So it's been quite a long time. A lot's happened. I had my 20-week scan, and of course I said that I would show you the ultrasound pictures, and I never got to. So I will go and get the ultrasound pictures now. I really hope the camera picks these up okay, because we've got some really good photos. This is like just a whole body view, so you can see all the anatomy, all the vertebrae and the stomach and the brain, which is just incredible. And this is another kind of fun photo that the woman took for us. You can actually see the lens of the eye on this one, which was really quite creepy at the time, but also really cool, so I'll show you that. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. This eye here, you can see it on. I don't know if that's picked it up, but I will try and upload these to my Facebook, so go and like that. I'll leave a link below. And I've also been updating my Facebook with my bump pictures every week, so if you want to go and look at those for the weeks that we missed out, then go and do that as well. The other two pictures are just straight on of the face. He's lying on his side. I can't see. Take them out. So he's kind of lying like that, and you can see his skull, his little hand, and the vertebrae again, and all his teeth. So yes, I had my 20-week scan whenever I was 21 weeks, and I think I was 21 weeks and 3 days. And everything was fine, everything was perfect. He was measuring normal, everything was the correct lengths and the correct sizes and everything. The only thing that was quite slightly out were his legs. His legs were measuring, I think it was 3 days ahead of what they should have been. But we were kind of expecting that because Izzy's legs were the same. I've got long legs and Andy's tall with long legs, so he's just going to be the same as us and have long legs, I guess. Oh, and I had my while I was at the 20-week scan, I had my flu jab because obviously I had no voice and I was quite poorly when I went for my flu jab. The sonographer didn't want to let me leave. She's also a midwife, and I had her while I was pregnant with Izzy as well, so we knew each other, and it was really nice to catch up. She wouldn't let me leave without having the flu jab, so she gave it me there and then to sort of give me a boost to hopefully get rid of this, which obviously didn't work. But yeah, she was lovely, and she knew about the cesarean last time and everything, and she said that my scar looked really good. It looked like it healed really nicely. And then we got on to speaking about the birth and everything, and I said how I wanted a home birth, and that's when like her face just dropped. And I think if it came from anyone else, I probably wouldn't have listened. I probably would have just thought, you know, you're just trying to scare me or whatever. But she said that basically she was really worried. She looked worried. She looked genuine. She had tears in her eyes, and she was just begging me not to have a home birth. She said, just don't risk it. And I was like, I just kept, you know, I stood my ground. I said, no, I really want this, and I've done the research, and I think it's best for me and my baby and everything. And then she told me that 2 weeks previous to my scan, she had been at a home birth, and she was fully supportive of home birth VBACs until that day. And the woman she was the midwife for ruptured her. She had a uterine rupture, and the mother and the baby died, and they died within minutes of it happening, and they couldn't get to the hospital in time. And I think really some people might say that she shouldn't have told me that, and that was unprofessional of her. yes, it was a little bit unprofessional, but I'm glad she did. And I think really the only reason she told me is because she honestly, genuinely cared about my health and the health of my baby as well. And that I suppose that kind of thing would traumatise you. I mean, if that had happened to me, if I'd been a midwife and I'd seen that, and I had this girl come in and wanted the same thing, I think I'd have to tell her as well. So it's kind of put a whole new perspective on the whole home birth thing for me. And without offending anyone that wants a home birth or anything like that, you know, obviously you know that I feel the same way. I think that looking back, it might have been a little tiny bit selfish of me to want a home birth VBAC, because you know, the benefits were for me. Not being in hospital, not having a bad experience again, it was all for me. So I have changed my birth plan completely. I will now be birthing in a hospital. I will have to birth in a consultant ward, I know that. And I'm going to do that just so that any tiny minute risks that are there are then reduced even further, because although the risks are tiny for uterine rupture, they're still there. And if it happened and my baby died, I would never be able to carry on, knowing that I made the choice that could have made the difference between him living and dying. So yes, that all sounds a bit morbid, but like, I just wanted to let you know that I have changed my mind about having a home birth, and I'll now be having a hospital birth. I am still going to refuse constant monitoring. They can monitor me when they want to, they can have a listen to baby's heartbeat by all means, but I'm not having constant monitoring, and I'm not having an IV in either. I just don't see if that's actually beneficial at all. So yeah, and I'm still going to have a natural birth, and I'm still going to have a lovely hypnobirth hopefully, so hospital for me now. So symptoms since I've been away have obviously been poorly, which has been really hard. It's really hard to be pregnant and poorly and have a little baby to look after as well. I know Izzy's not a baby anymore, but she's still tiny. So yeah, that hasn't been fun. I've been really tired, and I felt just really groggy and so fed up. Like this last week, I've been so fed up with everything. I've had no motivation to do anything. I've just been sick to death. I've not been able to talk. You don't know how much you use your voice until you lose it. It's crazy how much. Even little things like if I went shopping, I felt so rude because I couldn't say thank you or hi, or it was horrible. I haven't really had any pregnancy symptoms. I've just got to that point where I sort of plod along, as I always say. My SPD is quite painful now. Some days are far worse than others. The other day I could hardly get out of bed. Izzy woke up and she was crying, and I was trying to get out of bed and I just couldn't move, so I had to wake Andy up and he had to go instead. So it is getting bad. I think it's probably a bit worse than it was when I was pregnant with Izzy, but it's still bearable, so I'm still okay with the SPD. Movements are a lot more pronounced now. My voice is starting to go. No. The movements are a lot more pronounced, and I can actually feel a few while I'm standing up and walking around and doing stuff. I can feel a few through. So he's definitely getting big and strong, and when I'm lying down, some nights he just goes mental and you can see bits moving and everything now. It's really, really cool. So at some point I will try and film that. I found it hard to film before. I've tried to film him before, but whenever I move to go and get the camera, he stops. So I'm sure that one day I will catch him in the act. So I think the only other thing, apart from like ravenous hunger, I've been eating this out of house and home. Seriously, I'm never full. I can't suppress this hunger. It's insane. It's just crazy. The only other symptom, like pregnancy wise, is that my eczema has been so bad, and I've been having really, really intense itching, just like on my arms and my legs and my belly, and it's just been so itchy to the point where I'm really irritable with it. It's actually made me quite moody. I can't concentrate, and I have, at one point, just a few days ago actually, I was just covered in eczema, and it was really bad. scabbed eczema that was like yellowing, getting infected. It was so bad. So we went to the doctors and they've said that I can use my steroid cream. Previously to this, they said that I couldn't use my steroid cream, so I've been trying to get along without it, which had resulted in a bad eczema. So now I know I can use it. I've used it, I think I used it twice over the past few days, and I know you have nothing to compare to, but I mean, that's my arms now. That is so much better than it was a few days ago. A few days ago it was just red raw. So now I can use my steroid cream. He said not to use it too much, just to use it like when it gets really bad, just to give you that boost, and otherwise don't use it. But yeah, so now that I can use it, it just gets me over that point where I'm just so itchy I can't stop scratching, and it allows my skin to heal. So eczema, I think, although it's bad and it's really itchy, I am just about on top of it now. As you'll see when I do my bump shot, I do still have eczema on my stomach quite badly. Not overly bad, but it's not as bad as my arms were. I don't want to use steroid cream on my stomach. I don't know why. I don't suppose it makes any difference using it on your arms or your stomach, but I just feel like it's too close to him, it's too close to my baby, so I think I'm just going to leave that bit and hope that it goes away. Other stuff that's happened, got a lot bigger. I've really popped, so brace yourself for that one. I swear I'm too big to be 23 weeks, but my midwife says I'm perfect, so. Oh, and our house sale has finally gone through. Our flat is sold, officially sold, and the house that we're buying is officially ours. We're currently signing paperwork. We're meeting with solicitors. We're getting the surveys done on the houses. Yeah, it's all going ahead really well, and they've estimated 6 to 8 weeks for us to be in. So we should be in our new house by January next year, which isn't very far away. I'm so excited, and Andy is excited, but he's kind of worried about my nesting because I've started to get a bit obsessive with like cleaning and stuff. So he's convinced that like when we get in the new house I'm going to be like this crazy nesting lady, which I probably will be, but I can't wait. I'm so excited just to have more space and to have a garden, and just the area that we're moving into is so much better than here, like by 100% it's better. We're by a park, we're by a pool, we're by schools, we're by shops. It's just absolutely perfect. Everything is in walking distance, and there's so much greenery around us that it's just going to be great for Izzy. It's going to be great for both kids just to run around whenever, so really excited. I think that's everything. I'm sorry there's not like loads to update you on. There should have been, but because I've been poorly we haven't been doing much, so yeah. I will show you my 23-week and a bit belly. I have just eaten like the biggest dinner ever, so I'm probably like looking a bit bigger than I actually am. That's probably just an awful excuse, but yeah, here we go. Take this off. Right, so here's with the top on. See my belly button now. Here's with the top up. It's so hard now. You can see my eczema as well. Oh my goodness, quite big and so itchy. It's so itchy. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry I've been away for so long, and hopefully I'm just going to keep on getting better and better and better. But if by any chance you don't hear from me next week and I've suddenly got worse again, just like my Facebook page and I'll be updating on there and everything. So yeah, I will see you soon, guys. Bye.